Hi, this is the order of operations review. The way I've set this section up, along with all the other topics in my basic math review, is if you can do the review, then you don't have to go through all the worksheets. Now, emphasis, I say have to. My suggestion is that if you do this and you do well on it, then a month down the road, do a couple of the worksheets just to refresh yourself. If you start on a worksheet and you find it's like way too easy, then skip to the next one or the next one and just keep practicing, because order of operations is one of the keystones of mathematics. If you get good at this, then polynomials become easier. Solving equations becomes easier. I'm sure calculus, pre-calculus, financial math, and any other math that you get into is going to become easier. So if you haven't already done it, as in haven't done the worksheet, turn off the video now, do the worksheet. There should be a set of answers to go along with this. Do that first. And if everything is fine, you get all the questions right, like I said, you don't have to do the rest of the package. But if you're having problems, then work through the package. Each one of the pages has a video that goes with it, and it will make you an amazing mathematician by the end of this. All right, let's get started. So, order of operations, a lot of people know it, and this is not a real word, but everybody says it. That's BEDMAS. And this is an acronym or a mnemonic to help you remember that you do what's in the brackets first, and then you deal with exponents. And then division and multiplication, you do at the same time, depending on which you come across first in your question. And the same thing with addition and subtraction. One year I was teaching in high school and I tried to teach about beds, BED, it was just wrong on so many levels. BEDMAS, awesome. Okay, so here we go. First one, I'm going to look at, I have a set of brackets. So this is what I'm going to do first. So this becomes 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Done. Okay, be nice to your instructor. Circle the answer. All right, number 2, 24 minus 24 divided by 3 plus 1. Okay, here is what I'm going to do first, because there's no brackets, there's no exponents, and division's the first one I have. So 24 minus, now 24 divided by 3 is 8 plus 1. Now, all I've got left is addition and subtraction. Pay attention. I need to do, these are how they come in the question. So actually, even though it says addition first, then subtraction, this is what I'm going to do next, because going left to right, I hit a subtraction first. So 24 minus 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. All right, next one. Here we go. This is going to be what I'm doing first. Now, this might have caused you a little bit of problems. That dot means multiply. For some reason in mathematics, there's a bunch of different ways to represent multiplication, and one of them is a dot like that. So if your question got messed up because of the dot, then you're probably still okay. Right? It's not that you messed up the question, you just didn't understand that how it's written. Anyway, brackets come first. So 54 divided by 6 plus 2. So all that stuff I basically just ignore. And now I'm going to work on the brackets, and it's going to be the 3 times 4 part is going to be first. So 8 minus 12. Now when I look what's left here, I still have some brackets. So that is going to be next. So 54 divided by 6 plus 2. 8 minus 12 is minus 4. Watch your signs. All right. Now, even though that's in brackets, this is now just a multiplication question. So I'm done with my brackets. There's no exponents. So it's division and multiplication. In this case, division comes first. 54 divided by 6 is going to be 9 plus 2 times negative 4. And then we have our multiplication, 9 plus negative 8. And 9 plus negative 8 is 1. All right. In something that should have left a little more room to do these questions, but hopefully you have small writing or just do it on loose leaf, it's fine. Now, when you have a question that's written up as a fraction, this, I don't know what it's called, fraction line, acts as a giant set of brackets, which allows you to do the top and the bottom. You calculate each of those individually, and then your very last step is a division. So 16 minus 52, I have no idea. Minus 36. 45 divided by 5 is 9. Minus 36 divided by 9 is going to be minus 4. Remember, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. When your signs are different and you're multiplying and dividing, your answer is going to be negative. I used to teach that in terms of if you have a pair of socks, it doesn't matter if they're pink socks or blue socks, it's a pair, it's good, you can fold them. But I've noticed in recent years, people don't really care about their socks matching anymore, so that example doesn't work so good. Next question. There's my little weird rant for today. Let's see, we've got, okay, so we've got a bracket, and in the bracket, I've got a division. So there's my priority. So everything else comes down. 63 divided by 9 is 7. And I still need to finish up this bracket. 17 minus 13. 17 minus 13 is 4. Done. Oh, look at this. Hey, ta-da. We finally have an exponent. So 10 times 5. Right, here's another way that they write multiplication. That's really common with just using brackets. Really rare that you use like the multiplication symbol, the thing that looks like an X, when you're doing algebra, simply because it looks like an X and people get confused. Minus. Now, I'm just going to go over here. This means minus 7. Means minus 7. Because it's in the brackets, we include that negative when we do the squaring. And that's going to give me 49. So now, 10 times 5 is 50. Minus 49, which gives me 1. All right, these ones are starting to get a little more fun. They've got multiple sets of brackets. So if you have multiple sets of brackets, you work from the outside in. So these square ones are my outside ones. So then I look inside here, and this will be what I do first. So I'm going to choose, well, I'm honestly going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to do this set of brackets and this one kind of at the same time. Mostly because I'm going to run out of room anyway, otherwise. Now, 3 plus 2 is 5. Subtract 3. And 9 minus 7 is 2. Square bracket. Divide by 7. Square bracket. 4 times 5 is 20. Minus 3 times 2 is 6. Divide by 7. 14. At this point, you can have that in square brackets or not. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't really matter. Whether they're there or not still means the same thing. Oopsies, that was a 7. My brain's anticipating my final answer. Up to. All right, the next one. If you have problems with this, it's not a huge issue simply because this is mostly about doing exponents, but I'll show you how to do it on calculator. All right, so 2 to the 9th means 2 times 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 2. 9 times. I'm not going to try that on my calculator. Because if I do, I pretty much know the odds are, well, you know what? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if there's one more at the end, then it makes 9. All right, I think I got it. Wow, that was an awful lot of work for 512. But, I mean, assuming you're cleverer than me and can, have a phone or something, you're not messing around like that. That's okay, but I wasted some time. There's a fun button on your calculator. There's two. Now on mine, oh, you really can't see it very well. Let's see what happens if I bring it closer to the camera. Gonna focus for me. It is a y to x and try. Look at that. There we go. It's that one. Sometimes it's x to, I'm gonna put that down. Sometimes it's x to the y, and sometimes it is a caret key, and a caret key is a key that looks like a little tent, a little teepee, right? Any of those mean exponent. Oops. So if I go 2 and then exponent and 9, see, my calculator is really cool. It even does that, makes it superscript for me. It's 512. That was so much simpler for me. So this becomes 512. Now we're going to do focus button again. Come on. There we go. All right, 2 squared is 4. Plus now 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 2xy4, that should be 16. 2 to the 3rd. All right, order of operations says I should do this one next. So I can do 512 times 4 plus 16, and that's a power, not times 3. 4096, and 512 times 4, 2038. Now, some of you may be clever and going, you know, I can actually do that on my calculator all at once. Oh, that's cool. However, if you do that all on your calculator, all in one step, and you make a mistake somewhere in the middle, I can't help you. I can't give any marks or anything for that. And it doesn't, we can't go back and see where you messed up. So learn the steps, because these are the same ones that you're going to be using in polynomials. And there you can't do it all on your calculator in one step. So anyway, there's the answer there. And this last one, oh yeah, it's good. Some scary sets of brackets again. We got 2 times, and there's a square bracket. And then we've got some round brackets in there. So 2 square bracket, 5. So I'm going to do this. 5 minus 3 is 2. Then there's there wasn't brackets. I'm going to put a 2 there. Plus 4. 10 minus 7 is 3. So this part right there, I was messing with you because I put it behind. Normally, if you're going to multiply something by a bracket, you put it in front like you do. This looks okay. This looks really weird. And it doesn't matter. The answer is still going to be the exact same, right? Because 3 times 4 is 12, but so is 4 times 3. So when you're multiplying, order doesn't matter. So back to the question. So even though the 2's in the back, we just simplify this. So that gives me 2 times 2 is 4. Plus, now I can go 4 times 3 is 12. Square brackets, leave those. 2, 4 plus 12 is 16. And 2 times 16 is 32. Alrighty. And there we go. That is the end of the review. So if you did really good and you had no problems with that, you don't have to do the review. It won't hurt you, but you don't have to. All right. Have a great day.